We've made a good start on our Fairytale tower with our base, but it's about to get a little bit more complicated. This is Liberty Prime with Base Footers, and welcome back to RuneScape Dragonwilds. In our last episode, we started the base of our Fairytale tower. And thank you to everyone who tuned back into this tower project after our previous episode. And if you missed out on that one, it's linked at the top right corner and also in the description down below. Oh, and please do leave a like while you're down there. It helps me out a ton. Now this time around, we're going to start two important steps: the stairs and the windows. It does actually work best to do these two at the same time because the stairs let us know where the windows should be. And y'all, these stairs were pretty tough to figure out. See, the stairs have to start off right to fit the width of the tower. Otherwise, they'll run into the walls at the wrong time and get skinnier and skinnier as you go up, or fatter and wider as you go up. And if we start them in the wrong place, then they just won't match up with where the windows need to go. Because see, I want these windows to be on these little landings, because I'm picturing myself with enemies trying to storm the village, and then I can use my bow and shoot them through the window. So I've got this complicated move that I do that's sort of tailored to this specific width of tower to get them started in the right place. I figured this one out with sheer trial and error, y'all. If you do a different width of tower, you'll need to figure out a different little complicated move. Oh, and don't worry about how funky this looks. We can destroy it as soon as we get the stairs started. Although if you're working on a world with stability, you might want to leave this center post in place. It's also a handy place to snap torches. Oh, and keep in mind that before too much longer, we're going to start building a castle with those wonderful new stone build pieces. And that castle will have several different tower widths, which will hopefully give you guys a whole bunch of tower width options for your own builds. Now, there is a big old bonus to putting in the stairs and the windows as you go up, rather than after the fact. For the stairs, the bonus is that even in no stability mode, you still need a wall in order for the landings to actually have stability. Don't ask me why, it's probably some sort of bug. For the windows, especially how I do them, it's just plain a whole lot easier to snap them into place when you can work on them from the top. Trust me on this one. It is an absolute snapping nightmare trying to put them in if there's already walls above them. You will find yourself having to destroy those walls anyway, if you want to preserve your sanity, which is always a handy thing to have if you ask me. Ooh. So here's how we're going to start our stairs out right. Cheater pieces. And we're still going to be going with these castle cheater pieces just so that we can enjoy seeing them. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to start this off with a big old center post. And I'm going to snap this right at the dead center of the tower. And because I am so fussy about placement, I'm going to use these cheater pieces to sort of work my way up the tower and put the torches right where I want them. Did I mention that I am fussy? I am fussy about a whole lot of things. Now, oh yeah, I should be over in furniture. Okay, let's put this right about here, at the top of these cheater pieces. And I will put another cheater piece over here so that I know where I'm going. Now these posts are a little bit weird about certain things, and one of them is not wanting to snap where I want things to, because see, when I try to snap it over here, it's a little bit reluctant. Let's get up a little bit higher so we can see what we're doing. Yeah, see, it refuses to go. It'll go at the top or at the bottom, but it refuses to go down there, so we're going to have to work our way. We're going to have to work our way up from the bottom. We're just going to do that all the way around, and these are going to be destroyed real soon once we have all our torches in place, which we will manage to do. I promise we're going to get back to the tower real soon. Just, I am fussy, and I like having things exactly where I want them, which you might have noticed about me. Okay, close enough. Well, it's really hard for me to say close enough, but, I really need to learn how to say it a whole lot more often. Alright, we are getting our destroying on. So, cheater pieces be gone. And now let's put in some different cheater pieces. Alrighty, now to get get these stairs started up the proper rotation, and again, this is one of those trial and error kind of things that I have just had to work out. But we're gonna rotate this just one click and get that going, and then we're going to build a little bit of a box around it. getting all of these pieces at 90-degree angles. And I'm going to go all the way around it, even though I really don't need to go that far. Well, actually, I'm not going to go quite that far. What we're going to do is if we can, we're going to put this piece in right here and complete a little bit of the box, because we're going to be boxing in this pillar that we just built. And this is the key corner. Over here, what we need is to rotate this 3 clicks so that we're at a 45-degree angle to this little box. I'm going to put one more cheater block here just to make sure that it really is 45 degrees. Let's get up and see it. Yes, that is 45 degrees. Alrighty, now the first piece of our actual stairs is going to be the landing for the stairs. So let's get over here to floors. And since we are in the... Okay, now they're calling it cabin. I had forgotten that they had changed the names of these. This is this is cabin tiles and stairs. What we're going to be doing is cottage foundations and cottage tiles and stairs, and we want this triangular tile, the full-size piece. And I'm going to spin this around so that it reflects what we've got going on the floor. But we need to spin it around just one click more. Oh, come on, snap. Snap better. I'm trying to get this to snap onto the point of this cheater block, and it's just refusing, so let's switch over to advanced mode. That might help a little bit. Or just getting closer sometimes helps. Hey, come on. Mind me. Don't make me remove that post. I just put that post in place. Okay, sometimes if you just change what angle you're attacking this at, it will work a little bit better. Oh, come on. Just get somewhere. Let's not be in advanced snapping then. There we go. Okay, we want that. We want it higher. Let's see if we can achieve it up here, which maybe we can't. But okay, we have it down here. So what I'm going to do is use the control trick, which is you push down control and then you scroll your mouse wheel up, and it's 5 clicks to get one of these quarter pieces worth of rotation. And now that we're up in our proper spot, we're actually going to be rotating this one more click. And there, that is where that's supposed to be. And now we're going to try real hard to snap a second one right beside it that has been rotated twice. So those are overlapping, which means that they're going to flicker, but that's the placement that we need. And now we can put some stairs off of that. And we're going to go ahead and get some of these nice 45-degree stairs. And because we've got just a little bit more than one width's worth of stairs, let me get this in. Okay, yeah, we've got this going on. And now we can switch over to advanced and just put a second bit of stairs right beside it so that we've got the full width of what will be the stairs over here. And now we can actually go ahead and destroy some of these shooter blocks. Or we can destroy all of them if we want to. And I do like how different these castle blocks look for the rest of this stuff, because that's letting me know that these are the ones that I can destroy. These are the ones on the chopping block. Okay, woo! It's very easy to get lost in the environment here. Alrighty, now that is the start of our staircase, and we can go ahead and go up a little bit further, just because we can. We don't actually need to yet, but now that we've got these first stairs in place, we could, in theory, just go ahead and go on up the whole way. But there's a problem with that, and I'll try to show it to you in just a second. See, once you get up to a certain spot, let's see if it's going to do it on the first round here. It might. Okay, and I also like to have this rotated up here. This one's going to work so far. And remember to pay attention to where the snap points are, and it's hidden underneath some of that that thing that says triangular tile. But you want to make sure that you are getting the correct snapping points activated here, which you can tell by this little, well, let me show you. Yeah, you see all those pulsing turquoise snap points. That's what you need to pay attention to when you are doing this kind of thing. Now let's go see how far up we can go with this. The stairs are pretty reliable, but once you get to a certain height, it's going to tell you that even though this is a world without stability, that it's just not stable enough. All of that no stability is just not good enough for these landings sometimes. Let's see how far up we can go with this. Usually it stops, and this might be something that they fixed, because usually I'm getting instability on this second landing. But let's see what happens here. It might... they might have fixed that. I'm very excited about that. I like it when things get fixed that have been bugging me. course, this is going to tell me that it's still stable because of that landing up there. But alright, well, we're going to stop with this for the moment. And then I think, then I think we're going to take a nap so that it gets to be daylight again. Because daylight is much nicer for this kind of thing. And where's my bed? Okay, here is a bed. Let's use it. Alright. Sorry, it's morning. You have to get up. Oh, the horror. I have to get back to work, which is exactly... Oh, of course it's going to be raining this morning, too. And by the way, y'all, I tuck myself over here so that I don't accidentally, find myself in the way when I'm trying to build things. So let's get right back into the Eye of Oculus, which really is the only way to build in here, unless you're just building one tiny little thing at ground level. I tell you what, the Eye of Oculus is the way to go. Alrighty, now let's go over here and start building out our walls now that we've got our stairs started. Okay, and I keep getting distracted by these castle foundations. Ooh, we're gonna get to those soon, I promise y'all. And by which I mean actually, start deploying them. Now, speaking of cheater pieces, which are what castle walls are for me at the moment, we're gonna use one of those to help us with this. Because we want our next piece to be right on top of this other piece here. And the foundation pieces are kind of weird about that. Actually, I should use a shorter piece for this, shouldn't I? Which for any of y'all who have seen the finished tower at the beginning of the episode, and at the beginning of last episode, then you will know that there is going to be something else going on here. No, not even that size. I keep forgetting that we've got something else going on here. What we have going on here is a nice little decorative ring. So we're going to use one of these guys. Now we're going to do this same course that we just did. Well, just did last episode. We're going to redo that, but we're just going to do it, 1/4 block worth higher. So, let us get going with that. And make sure that we're in the right section. Okay, yeah. Okay, now it doesn't actually matter what rotation these are at, but I just, kind of like to be a little bit fussy about that. Now that is our first block over there. We're going to actually use several cheater blocks here because these are at a different system than these are. And let's get over here and get us some cheater blocks. And we might as well get a whole bunch going. But we also are going to make sure that we get this so that we can put in those windows where they belong. Let's see where those go. Okay, there's going to be a window here, so we're going to not worry about that quite yet. We're going to start our walls off for the tower part over here. We've already put in our pillar part over here, and these pillars go from the ground all the way up to the top of the second floor, to the top of this second door, I should say. Let's put in this pillar over here real quick, and hopefully it will be real quick. Let's find out. And we have managed to rotate just wrong. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to put little decorative tiles around the edge of that later on. But now let's get over here. And actually, I do need some pieces over here, but anyway, let's actually, start doing things. And this time, it actually does matter what rotation this is at. Oh, come on, get you where I want you. Let's try this from above a little bit better. All right, that worked. Okay, now we are going to be overlapping these pieces, if you remember from last episode. These overlap so that they're, sort of like 1.5 of these. And I'm going to go ahead and spin it around just a little bit so that our textures don't fight too badly, hopefully. And now we're going to rotate this 2 clicks, put in one of these little guys over here. But we are going to continue with our walls around here. And we're just going to keep on overlapping. And I have got a little Jin Yang that has just jumped onto my desk, so y'all wish me luck with that, because he is a yowl a minute usually. We're just going to go with it this time. And I wanted very badly to be able to put a window over here, but it just didn't quite work out, so that's why I've got other windows going on this floor. Ooh, and I need to overlap this right here. And that cat is very distracting. But thankfully I've got both my mouse and my keyboard now more at lap level than at desk level, so that helps me a whole bunch. Alright, come on, do it right. Let's get over to basic snapping. That might help. Maybe. Okay, I'm going to just do that thing where I just go with what it wants to do, and then based on that, I might be able to find it easier to snap the correct piece in place. And then we can just destroy that and treat it as a cheater piece. Oh, come on. Are you going to do this to me again? Well, we're going to switch over to advanced snapping for this particular little cheater course. And by the way, y'all, when you put in a piece like that, it's often easiest to get the correct piece to snap when you are sort of like facing the cheater piece that you just snapped in place. So that's what we had to do that time. This is being complicated by this landing. Oh, you're going to do it to me yet again, aren't you? But we're just going to do the same old trick one more again. It's probably not going to be just one more. It's probably going to happen a whole lot. Okay, there we go. And now this should be a little bit easier because there's much less in the way to interfere with what we were trying to achieve. And we don't really have to worry about some of that rotation stuff once we get along here. Just keep on rotating it 2 clicks and it will be at the correct alignment. And now you're going to be all difficult at me again too, aren't you? Oh, just do it correctly. It's just going to be hard to put a cheater. Oh, yeah. We're going to do that and see if that works out for us. Oh, it's kind of hard to tell what is snapping to what here. Alright, yeah, that looks proper. Okay, that is our piece that we were trying to achieve. And now we can start removing some of these cheater blocks. Okay, let us destroy you. Be destroyed. Go away. Get out of here. Alright. Now we've got our little decorative ring in place as we build up our walls. So let's just go ahead and put some of those decorative pieces in real quick. Because this can go kind of fast once you're in the groove. Let's see. Go up here and make sure that you are snapping all the way where you're supposed to. And while we're at the proper rotation, let's get some of that done over there. And we are now trying to properly rotate it for this little piece right here. Let's see if we can fit that inside. Yeah, sure, why not? Alright, now we are going to rotate around and... Oh boy, it's dark enough that it seems like nighttime out there, y'all. I wish that I could turn off weather in this game. I haven't figured that one out yet, and there's not yet a mod to do that. Although that reminds me that I've been meaning to tell y'all that the mod that I use to sort of get rid of the UI when I'm trying to record various details and give you a good overview of the village and all that kind of thing. That mod is called Photoshop mod, and let's see, I'm going to be linking it in the description down below if nothing else. I might be able to link it in the top right as well. We'll see how that works out. I can't remember if I can do 2 links at the same time, but either way, if you're after the photo mode mod, then the link to that will be in the description below at the very least. And you can find it on Nexus Mods. It's one of those things that needs a helper mod to make it work properly. Oh, come on, speaking of working properly. Alrighty, we are just about done with that. But that is the helper the helper mod that it requires is actually a pretty handy mod. So anyway, let's see. Let's go ahead and, well, I'm trying to decide whether or not I should go ahead and build up this pillar here before we start on this window, and boy, it's dark as nighttime out here. I'm pretty thankful that I put in those torches. Alright, well, let's see. Yeah, let's go ahead and, this is just me dithering about whether or not I should put in that window or this pillar or just sort of do them both at once, but either way, we're going to need yet more cheater pieces here, because this will be handy for the window. Oh, come on, there we go. And this will be handy for the pillar. So let's put both of those in, and let's see where we should start first. Well, I will start with the window first. Alrighty, yeah, let's start with the windows. Okay, there's going to be, let's see. There's going to be multiple elements to this. It does look kind of like a complicated window, but it's actually not as complicated as it looks. But it definitely requires some cheater blocks. So we're going to go a 3 clicks rotation so that this is at a 45-degree angle. We're going to get just a little bit higher so we can see it, because we are putting these windows back just a little bit. And this second set of cheater blocks goes, oh, come on. Get where I want you to. I think you're where I want you to. Let's find out. Yeah, that looks proper. Okay. The reason for these cheater blocks is because I'm not putting these windows in the center of this. I'm actually moving them back just a little bit further so that they're closer to the inside of the tower than the outside of the tower. But let's put in place our actual blocks now, which are going to be hopefully centered here, because this window width is 1.5, well, it's 3 small blocks wide. So let's get over here and hopefully we can click this in. That is our center decorative block. And we're going to put one on either side. Ooh, lost in the stairs, which is pretty much like being lost in the sauce. Alrighty, now we have our decorative blocks laid out. And we're going to get rid of these cheater blocks. And we're going to start putting in place our actual window. Well, it would be sort of like a window frame, window decoration, whatever. If we had, the right size of window, that's what I'd be putting in. But what we're doing actually is sort of like a fake version of that. And let me get over into basic snapping for this one, because I want this to snap onto the ground, or well, onto the window sill, whatever you want to call it. We're going to put one here, and then we're going to overlap it and put a second one here. Ooh, a second one here, and thankfully this is snapping to our decorative blocks. Now to put in one more little detail, I'm going to use more cheater blocks. And what we're doing is we're going to put in a small post here, which will make a whole lot more sense once we get our walls back in place. But for now, this is what this looks like, and this is just a trick to basically move things out. We're going to rotate this 1 click, and then we're going to rotate this, well, 2 more clicks, so that this piece back, come on, so that this piece winds up being rotated. Oh, I've lost track of what I was saying. So that the piece, winds up there, and it is also 1 click off from centered. But now, with that done, we will be able to snap a small post. Where is that? There we go. We're going to check the rotation too, because I think that has gotten, well, no, it had not gotten. Anyway, now that I am still lost in the sauce, what I'm trying to do is put this, and I'm checking out that pulsing turquoise point to make sure that it's snapping at the bottom corner of this, and that post will be the outside of our window, if that makes sense. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side of the window here. Alright. See, we rotated it, and we're rotating it again. And we're going to snap that, if we can, we're going to snap that over here. Oh, come on. I think that's right. Let's find out again. Okay, yeah, now we have our perfect little cheater block set up. And we're going to snap one more post over here on this side, if we can. Ooh, there we go. I have got this at the correct rotation now. Yay. And now I'm going to get rid of these cheater blocks and hopefully not get rid of anything that I don't intend to get rid of. But okay, yeah, I think there have been a few fixes in place because I'm doing a little bit better about getting rid of what I'm trying to get rid of, which is nice. So we got this problem fixed, hopefully. And we got the deletion or the destruction or whatever. Well, I guess I should probably call it a bug. But anyway, my point is that now when I highlight something and it turns green, I can tell that that is actually what I'm about to destroy if I try to destroy it. But we're not going to destroy that. We're going to leave that in place because that is part of our Windows setup. And there's one more part of our Windows setup, which is to put in these little diagonal pieces, which are over here under walls. And let's see, we're going to go with this little guy. Oh, no, we're not. We're going to go with the proper size of this little guy. There we go. That's looking a little bit better and a little bit more like part of a window. Okay, so we're going to put this one here, and we're going to spin it right around and put the same thing over here. And of course, we're making sure that we're not snapping to these little posts that we put in place. We are just snapping to these, well, what I'll call them window frames, even though they're not window frames. That's what we're thinking of them as. But man, it is already so dark. I'm so tired of it being constantly rainy up in here. I do not live in Seattle. Although, when I lived in Vermont, it actually rained more where I was there than it was raining in Seattle, so at least I know what that feels like. Okay, well, let's start to put some of these wall pieces in place so that we can get our window frame set up correctly. And I'm actually, let's see if I can I'm going to do one more cheater piece to put this in place, because we actually need to start off the wall on either side of this, and hopefully that'll get me in the right spot. Let's find out. FAFO is still our channel motto. Oh, that is in the correct spot. But we're not going to be putting one of these square pieces here. What we're going to do instead is we're going to put one of these weird little triangular foundations in place. And we want the medium size of that. And let's see, I don't think that it really matters all that much what rotation we're at. What we want to do is have this front face of it lining up as if it were a square thing. So we're going to plonk that here. And then we're going to do something even weirder. What we're going to do is put something right on top of that. Rotate it one click. And hopefully we can get that to snap properly. And now, there we go with that. Now that's going to make the inside of the window pretty complicated. But let's go ahead and do this over here as well. And we want it to be at the rotation of the piece right beside the window. And over here, that means... Oh, come on. Let me get where I want to be. Okay, over here, that's one more click. And yes, you are trying to snap where I want you to. Yay. So we're going to plop this down. And then we're going to realize it's nighttime, but one more. Okay, one more rotation, and that is in the correct spot. So now those blocks make a little bit more sense. Well, excuse me, I mean that post that I put in. Now that makes a little bit more sense. We're going to get rid of these in the way cheater blocks so that we can get a slightly better look at it. And now from outside, it's starting to look proper. But let's get some sleep under our belt so that we can get some daylight. Actually see that a little bit better. Boy, maybe I'll just stay inside for my next thing. That tether is a little bit too limiting, but yeah. So is having to go up those steps. I might need to redesign that porch. And maybe make it a little bit wider too, because that's a very skinny little door. We might go, Okay, well, yeah, that's not today's problem. This is today's problem. I'm gonna be down here maybe. Maybe that'll aid me slightly and I can get a little bit more tether going. But still be right by those stairs. Yeah, let's get at the base of those. Okay, anyway. Let's get right back on in there. And maybe go ahead and put that pillar in place. And let's see. Get kind of lost in the sauce here. Okay. We are going to put in that pillar. But now, as you hopefully saw while we were putting these funny little pieces in place, this thing is a whole lot easier to negotiate when you are able to see it from the top down. So actually I'm going to switch over to advanced so that I can go ahead and start putting some of this in place while I'm talking. What we're basically trying to do here is just put the rest of this wall in place. Oh, come on. Do I need a cheater piece just to get you where you're supposed to be? Fine, I will do that. Cheater piece for the stop annoying me, hopefully. Okay. As soon as I manage to get this little wall piece in place, and I'll try to go on with my thought, which was something else that I can't remember now. Oh, well, anyway, I remembered it, but then I started trying to get this in place, and it was very distracting. Hopefully I'll get back to what I was trying to say. Oh, come on. I've already put a cheater piece in everything. Let's try basic snapping. There we go, I think. No, I don't think. And again, I'm looking at those pulsing turquoise points, and that seems about right. Now, yeah, I really can't remember what I was saying, but it was probably something along the lines of, this thing is so much easier to negotiate from above. Let's go ahead and put this one in place, hopefully. Oh, come on. But we'll do that thing where we just go with what it wants to do, and then hopefully we can snap off of the piece that we had to snap. We didn't absolutely have to, but we could. There we go. Now we're going to get rid of the little cheater deployment. And this is just me trying to spin around so that I can see what I'm doing here. Let's get rid of some of these cheater pieces again. And for some reason I like to use quarter pieces to do that. Well, the reason is so that I've got a little bit more precision as I'm destroying. But now we've got that pretty well done. And one more element that we don't actually have to do at this stage, but we might as well make it look nice and complete. And I'm trying to remember if I think that I used the smaller post for this. Yeah, that looks about right. We're just putting a little bit more wood down there. Now, okay, there's one more step to this window, and that is to put something in place over top of it, because if we don't put a little bit of something over this, then when we go up with our walls next time, it's going to look a little bit funny. We would like a more consistent look, so what we're going to do is go over here to our medium square tile flooring, and we're going to put it right here. Ooh, come on. That made me switch over to advanced already. Okay, fine, I will switch over to advanced already. There we go. And now we can see a little bit about how that's going to look in the finished tower. But yeah, let's go ahead and walk on over here and see a little bit more of it from the ground level. That is about how it's supposed to look. And we've got this nice little decorative detail here, just above this nice little decorative detail down here. And soon I will build some stairs over here too. I mean, well, some exterior stairs so that we can get over here. Let's go ahead and go on in and look at our stairs inside the tower. And we're going to be having to build a landing for these stairs at this second door. But we're going to wait till next episode to get that part done. Whee! Those stairs are kind of fun to go up and down. I warn you right now, you might find yourself going up and down your own tower just for fun, once or twice. But anyway, well, now that we've got our stairs and our windows started, we're going to be moving on up a little bit faster. This first window is still going to need a little bit of work on the inside, because we need a nice little step below it so that we can snipe away at those enemy forces when they try to attack our village. That part can be done at any time though, thankfully. The main puzzle that we're going to have to deal with on our next episode is how to deal with this upper door up here. And hopefully I will see all of y'all in that next episode. And if you want to be sure you don't miss out on any of the steps to this tower, or if you just plain like builder games in general, then please do subscribe. And thanks to all of you who have already done that. It helps me out enormously, especially since I'm also trying to build this channel into a great builder site for all of us. I'll see y'all in the next episode. Bye.